While hygiene is often talked about, it is often related to taking bath or cleaning your face or your skin and hair. Now we need to be aware about swapping out our towels and bed sheets, the when and whats of bathing, about the facial, dental and hair care, intimate area care, acne and much more. And these are the issues that I will today speak about. Now to make it simpler, we will be dividing it into two categories. One would be the Sly Devils, which can be a source of an infection, and we need to watch out and be careful about our routine regarding these things. Now these would include the razor that you use, the bed sheet or the towels that you use, your garments as well as undergarments. These all get covered into the Sly Devils. Now coming to hygiene angels. Hygiene angels refers to the hair care that we do, our moisturizer, sunscreen, skin care, our intimate area care. So these are the two categories that we will be discussing and give you some more information regarding the same. Now let's come back to one of the Sly Devil, which is sweat. Our sweat glands are present all over the body, but the accumulation of sweat becomes a bigger concern on areas like the feet, which are enclosed in footwear for majority of the time, or in the body folds, where the sweat accumulation tends to accumulate over time. So for our feet, wearing socks is very important. By using socks, it helps to absorb the moisture and thereby prevent it from keeping a moist atmosphere accumulating on the skin, which facilitates the growth of organisms and leads to stinking feet. Apart from your socks that you use, now some patients are aesthetically concerned about the length of the sock that is visible, so you can go for no-show socks, but keeping your feet protected by keeping a sweat absorbent material around it would be advisable. Coming to the undergarments. Now groin fold is an area where, because of constant walking and moving around, there is over time accumulation of sweat and moisture. Cotton garments absorb the sweat, but that absorbed sweat tends to remain there. Therefore, it is more advised that if you use micronodal produced material, the micronodal material absorbs the sweat from the skin surface and also helps to evaporate it faster. Thereby, it helps to keep the groin area dry and avoiding the chance of an infection. The clothes that you wear, whether your outer garments or inner garments, whenever you have undergone sweating because of physical activity, workout or traveling, you should make sure that you wash your clothes, because these clothes which have been dampened with sweat would lead to organism gathering and growth over time. Next hygiene angel is showering. So post-workout, one should not delay their showers, because when you work out, there is constant sweating and there is accumulation of dirt and dust over it because of the moisture, which makes it easier for the dust and dirt debris to get trapped over the skin. When using a showering gel, you should use one that contains salicylic acid, which will help to clear the pores and keep a clean surface. When taking a shower, you should not use excessively hot water, because that can have a more drying effect and it can also cause redness and irritate your skin. Therefore, when taking a shower, lukewarm water is just fine. When you're taking a shower, make sure that you rinse your intimate areas, the private areas or the body folds, because that is where the sweat accumulates, and cleaning that area is very important. Now some patients just feel that they'll just use more of cologne to just mask the smell, but even the use of more chemical can lead to irritation and damage to the skin. So therefore it's fairly simple. Just bathe routinely, simple soap and water to keep the area and the skin surface clean will do just fine. Now coming to intimate area care, which is another hygiene angel. Now this is something that men sometimes tend to ignore and do not take proper care of. Wearing tight undergarments makes it easier for the sweat to accumulate, which can facilitate the growth of organisms, and therefore tight undergarments should be avoided. Apart from that, trimming your pubic hair routinely will ensure that you're able to examine the skin more effectively and look for the presence of any rashes in the area. Now when you're washing your penile skin, you should use warm water and clean it routinely so that the surfaces get clean. If you're uncircumcised, you should ensure that you pull back the foreskin and then clean the area gently, because over time in uncircumcised males there is accumulation of smegma. Now smegma is a natural lubricant, but accumulation over time, similar to how we spoke about the skin earlier, accumulation of that material makes it easier for the organisms to grow, which can increase the chance of an infection, lead to itching or rashes on the penile skin. Now, you should avoid using deodorants or powders on the penile skin because the skin is thin and fragile compared to the rest of the body. You should make sure that you clean the area routinely and keep it dry. To keep the area dry, you also have silver nano treated garments which inhibit the growth of bacterial and fungal organisms, thereby help to keep the area clean. So therefore, this is a care that should be followed by men. Coming to the next Sly Devil, which is bad breath. Now, a bad breath is extremely unattractive and it can really turn the tide and make any conversation disinteresting. It is important that you make sure that your oral cavity remains clean. To do that, make sure that you brush your teeth daily, and when you're brushing your teeth, cover the front as well as the sides adequately on both the outer surface as well as the inner sides to avoid any infection accumulation. Now, apart from cleaning your teeth, your tongue is also another surface which needs to be kept clean, for which you can use either a tongue cleaner or the back of the brush. Because if you don't clean your tongue routinely, you would notice that there is a tiny white layer which tends to accumulate over time, which is the accumulation of debris and can lead to organism growth and lead to bad breath. Therefore, it's important that you keep your oral cavity clean. The toothbrushes that you use should be switched once every 3 months so that the bristles are clean and they are able to give a proper cleaning effect, and avoid using old toothbrushes which can accumulate infection over time. There was also a study that showed patients who have a higher incidence of gum diseases were also known to have other internal problems as well regarding the heart or the liver or the intestines. So therefore, the keeping clean oral cavity has more to it than just avoiding bad breath. Coming to the next Sly Devil, which is acne. Now, acne is a very common ailment that affects both men and women alike. Acne happens because the accumulation of the glands which secrete oil onto the skin surface, if the secretion increases or if the secretions are not getting drained out, they get collected inside. To ensure that the clogging is prevented, we need to wash our face regularly. Now, once in the morning, so that the overnight accumulation of the oil and sebum can be cleaned and a clean surface can be ensured. Similarly, once at the end of the day, to ensure that the day-long accumulation is clean and a clean surface is assured. So a face wash should certainly be used at least 2 times a day, once in the morning and once at night. Apart from that, a gentle exfoliating face wash can also be used to remove the skin debris and to maintain a clean surface. After a workout where there is more sweating and there is more sweat, oil, dust accumulation, it is better to also wash your face after any strenuous activity, physical activity, or after traveling so that the surface remains clean. Now, to get a better perspective on things, let me summarize what all we discussed so far. So first, let's start with the list of Sly Devils, which includes unwashed pillow covers, bed sheets, tight undergarments, old razor blades, and also if you are not keeping your towel and your clothes clean. We need to fight these Sly Devils, and by keeping it in check, we can avoid a menace that they can potentially create, and it is very easy to avoid it by following certain steps which I discussed in the video earlier. Coming to our hygiene angels, which are helpful for our skin, we need to make sure that we bathe regularly and maintain a clean skin and hair surface. We moisturize our skin, we keep a clean oral cavity, we also take care of our clothes and our towel that we use, and we use socks to avoid sweat accumulation in the feet as well. I hope this video was helpful and it will give you some new pointers and help you maintain better personal hygiene. In fact, why don't you promise me that you will start to take better care of your skin and hair? Now, in the comment section, let us know which tips work well for you, and if there are any questions or any suggestions that you would like to add, please go ahead and list them below, and one of our experts will help you with the best solutions and more information regarding the same. Stay home, stay safe.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Man Matters to get expert advice on your health and wellness.